Welcome back, AI Explorers, to another episode of Midjourney Monday on Tingenuity AI. We've been off a couple of weeks, kind of doing some marketing things, visiting conferences, but we are excited to be back and to share some Midjourney adventures with you. Let's hand it over to my brother, Warren.
All right. Thank you, Jacob, for the wonderful introduction. Today, we're going to take a step into the future. We like to look forward into the future, right, Jacob?
That's right.
And in this prompt, we are going to take a look at what would happen if humans disappeared and forests took over the large cities. So in our prompt today, I've got future where forests have overtaken cities. And then I've got my brackets to say Atlanta, New York, and Chicago, big cities that they've probably trained in these things. I also say a variety of animals. So we're going to see probably some raccoons in Atlanta and maybe some deer in
Depending
Chicago.
on the city, right?
And maybe a crocodile coming out of the sewer in New York. Who knows? Rich colors, National Geographic photography to get that stylistic feel, photorealistic, and then we give it some camera specifications for that nice landscape look and feel, or landscape type photography, wildlife photography. And so we're going to set that running. Jacob, how did you change your prompt? What are you using in yours?
So I'm kind of doing the same thing. It's a very similar prompt. We're using the curly brackets so that we can take advantage of generating a lot of options at once. So we're looking at Atlanta, New York, and Chicago. And instead of just animals, I've also put a curly brackets around that. So we're getting a variety of animals, dinosaurs, aliens, and sea creatures. Can it do two brackets at the same time? That's something that I actually am starting to consider now.
I believe it can. When a prompt I put like 6 different brackets, it did not like that.
Oh my gosh. So that's a lot of images all at once, but it is going to town and we are making them happen. And okay, so I've got a lot of drone photography, right? And so it's de-emphasizing the cities quite a bit.
Right.
But as far as you, bro, let's see what you've got.
Okay, so this is a really weird, and I think the chaos factor, I think I'm going to redo this and do it again without the chaos and see what happens with that. But
chaos has a tendency to just do weird stuff sometimes.
Yes, it does. Because look at these owls. They now have cat ears. That's strange.
Which I think my children would like. I think they'd be into that.
Yeah. And the elephants all on little islands in, I can only imagine, a zoo, but that's also strange. So it did some really weird, chaotic things. Now, I do like some of these here. So this is really interesting. We've got cows chilling in downtown area.
Okay.
And then the elk forest didn't really take over there.
Well, that's the chaos at work.
This is weird. Yes, this is the chaos at work. So
I like the row of like huskies in front of the cars there. Like what even is that?
I don't know. It's a dog sled thing. So let's try this prompt again. Let's reimagine this and just drop the chaos.
Let me show you what we ended up here. Yeah. Okay, so this is a future where forests overtake Chicago, variety of sea creatures. So I don't really see any sea creatures in it, but that's just the first one. Let's take a look at this one. We're getting, Chicago doesn't have a shoreline, so this is interesting. We're at least seeing some kind of fish there.
Chicago actually does, bro.
Oh, no, it does. Right, it does have a shoreline, but not to the ocean. Look at this one. So here we've got, this is also Chicago, but this is supposed to be aliens. I don't see any aliens in this picture.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right. This was the dinosaurs one. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. That's awesome.
This one seems like
that looks
toys.
like toy dinosaurs.
That's phenomenal. I like it. Okay, and this one's just animals. And this is just one city. So that was Chicago. This is New York. Check out New York's city view. I don't know that looks like New York. So it does
really good with the animals in the ocean.
It seems to be. This is Atlanta. Yeah, it didn't. Look at this aliens one. Look at this flying saucer. Just overtakes Atlanta. That is what Atlanta would look like after a year without. That's probably what it looked like after COVID, right? Like all the trees in Georgia just grow so fast. That's what Atlanta looks like now today, guys.
No, it should be covered in kudzu, really.
That's right, kudzu everywhere. It's just green. Yeah, love Georgia. Yeah, the dinosaurs, they look like, well, except for the flying ones. So the flying dinosaurs, look at this one. Look at this flying dinosaur. The flying dinosaurs look really good, but when they're on the ground, they just look like plastic figures, which is a little odd.
Right. Well, I'm changing mine. I've got a really good prompt, and I'm going to set mine. It didn't do the thing because I copied and pasted exactly. And so it just grabbed Atlanta, which you can see some of the buildings in Atlanta here on my screen. And we've got some interesting animals. They're kind of corrupted. The zebra in this top right one has 6 legs.
What?
Or maybe 5. I'm not sure.
That
That's
is
weird.
funny. Well, it is a future. So
Yes.
maybe it's far in the future somehow, but not. I don't know.
Possibly. And then we've got the giraffe and the other creatures in like New York or something there. I do like these 2 lone creatures in downtown Atlanta just wandering around. So let's take a look at what my prompt has done here. So here we go. Atlanta with dinosaurs. The Tyrannosaurus Rex doesn't look half bad. This does look better. This looks like the top right one here. This one looks like something that would truly be for real because you've got the buildings.
Show me.
Look in top right.
Yeah, I'm seeing
See
it.
that?
I like that one. That's cool.
Yeah, it's decay. You can see the decay as buildings became impacted by the environment. We have a lone giraffe that escaped from Zoo Atlanta, obviously.
Yeah, I like it.
And then the stampeding animals here. What else do we have? We have
Ooh.
aliens.
Oh, I love that.
love
Those look cool, man.
it. Yeah, look at this alien and these people running toward it. maybe they're soldiers or rednecks who are ready to shoot it up.
You're the one that still lives in Georgia, so you tell us.
Yeah, probably that.
Very cool. What else you got? Anything good? I like the alien shots. The dinosaurs.
Okay, we've got some weird
Animals in the city.
creatures in New York. Yeah. And
Very
then
cool.
what else? Okay, dinosaurs in New York.
It gives kind of a plastic quality, some of the dinosaurs. What?
Look at this top left one.
Oh, it's got a head at
2
the back
heads.
and the front. Yeah, no, it's. And we've talked about this before, how Midjourney kind of struggles with dinosaurs.
Oh, yeah. It's pretty dreadful. We've got a number of things. I like how the forests have kind of grown out of the buildings.
That's pretty
which
cool.
is indicative of plant life. They grab onto something and just hold on.
Yeah,
and
that's
you can
right.
see it, how they break rocks and terrain. Sidewalks just splintered because of the roots underneath them.
Yeah.
All of these are relatively interesting and well done. The dinosaurs could use a little bit of work, but
Right.
we don't have real photography for dinosaurs.
Well, it's
unless you
interesting
count
that
Jurassic
like
Park.
the alien images seem to have a more realistic quality to them than the dinosaur images. It's fascinating.
Yes, I love these guys up here in the top left. These are fantastic.
Yeah. Well, and I like the lower left personally. He's like some kind of treeing, hulking thing.
Yeah, some swamp monster.
Yeah.
Now, I really like the top right, just the overgrowth of things and how it's just bleeding through the buildings. The vegetation is really spot on with the look and feel. Love it.
So I took out the forest because with the drone shots, for some reason, it wasn't getting the mixture of the forest and the city. So I kept streets of the different cities. And then
okay.
this here, I've got sea creatures. This is a drone shot. So we've got a whale in the air there. Interesting.
Okay, go back to that. So that looks like a callback to Hitchhiker's Guide to the Universe.
Yeah. It's pretty good. There's also a fun Netflix show, that's Korean, The Extraordinary Attorney Woo, and she dreams of. She's obsessed with whales. She's autistic, and so like when has her epiphanies and she's like, "Aha! I've solved the case." She always sees like a whale like floating through the sky outside her window. It's pretty fun.
Watch it. That's cool.
But look at this. These taxis are designed to float on the water here. See that?
Neat.
That's kind of interesting. And then, so this is New York. This is supposed to be aliens, but I don't see them.
Yeah, I don't see anything. And maybe the drone vantage point is a little too much.
Dinosaurs are so terrible.
It really struggles
I
with them.
I hope a Midjourney person is watching this and going, let's spend 6 weeks on dinosaurs, like.
Yes, yeah.
It's like somebody just came along and was all like, let's put large dinosaur figures in the streets. That's so funny.
Just these dinosaur models. It's awesome. I love it.
Look at
that's
this.
Cool.
Oh,
like
so this is on the
wild.
side of a building, the streets of Chicago.
Is it an alien?
I don't know.
That was just
It's
water
supposed to be
creature.
it's supposed to be a sea creature.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess the drone doesn't allow it to get it. Whoa.
Impressive.
That's pretty cool. Okay, so this is a neat dinosaur picture here in Chicago. They're a little
I like
more
the
aggressive.
lighting on that.
Yeah, I like the shadow too that comes off across it.
Yeah.
Why
Those are
is the
terrible.
street, yeah, it's bad. Looks photoshopped. That one's
That
that
one's
was
cool.
okay. Chicago had better dinosaur pictures. Imagine that. So this is Atlanta. Sea creatures.
Okay. Maybe it's thinking Atlantis.
Look,
Here's
these are the
aliens taking over the streets. Love it.
That's fun. Well, look at this one. Look at that alien on the street of Atlanta.
That's creepy.
The drone photography has some interesting takes on some of this. Whoa, that's a good dinosaur.
It's a good monster.
It's
in
not really a
general.
dinosaur, but it's supposed to be. But it's a well done photo. Again with the shadows, right? Like, I'm just glad that in these photos I'm in the drone and not on the street.
That's fair. Well, fantastic exploration with you today, Jacob. This has been delightful and fun and imaginative. Though we've definitely put it through Midjourney through some paces with the variety of creatures that we drew into these environments. So for our audience, you're going to have to, tinker with this a little bit more to get the nuance that you're looking for. And as we've mentioned various times, we're fans of dinosaurs. It looks like Midjourney needs to take a deeper look at adding dinosaur training to their model. So any closing thoughts, Jacob?
Just enjoy using Midjourney. These tools are developing every day. They're adding new features. For those of you who perhaps in the past weren't enthused about Midjourney because you were just not familiar with Discord, it's now fully available on the website, which is where I tend to use it. It's a fun tool, but also a very useful tool if you're a business owner or if you do marketing. Can't state that enough. And so we hope that you continue to follow us here at Tingenuity AI. We are here every Monday with Midjourney Monday. If you liked what you saw, please subscribe, and we will see you next week.